Hi, I'm Ashley Atwood with Sunshine Hill Properties, and I've helped over 70 hopeful homeowners build their bridge from renting to home ownership. Now I'm here to give you the tools you need to achieve your dream of becoming a homeowner. This is the How to Be a Homeowner Podcast.
Hi everyone, welcome to How to Be a Homeowner, Episode 1, Season 1, like the beginning of this project that I have been working on for quite a while now. I'm so excited to bring this to you. My name is Ashley Atwood. I'm going to be your host throughout this show, and we are sponsored by my company, Sunshine Hill Properties, which I'm going to be talking about a bit today, telling you why we're doing this project, why I wanted to do it, who I'm doing it for, who I am, and all of that kind of good stuff. So I am just thrilled to finally be recording this episode. I've recorded all of the other episodes, so I know, it's kind of like I know the future right now, which is really fun. I recorded all the episodes. I know the kind of content that's coming to you guys in the next 20-something weeks, and I'm just over the moon by how much information is going to be fed to you guys. And I really, really hope that it all comes in handy. So who I am, I'm a licensed real estate agent. I'm part of the National Association of Realtors. I'm brokered by eXp Realty, whom I adore. I also specialize in real estate investments. So a lot of experience in investment properties, lease options, which we'll go into, and just creative ways of getting people into homes. There's lots of options that I have for you guys when it comes to buying and selling homes as a real estate agent. But my passion, my absolute passion is, are you guys, the first-time home buyers, the first-time home owners, especially those of you that have felt neglected by the system, pushed out or ignored, renters that feel trapped in the rental cycle. I have an absolute passion of reaching out to you and helping you build your bridge from renting to home ownership. And that is what inspired the show. So several years ago, my mother passed 7 years ago, and she left me some money, not a significant amount of money, but a good chunk of money that I wanted to put down on a home. I was living in Los Angeles, single female. I was self-employed. I was an actress. If you Google me, you'll probably find my acting stuff before you find my real estate stuff. And I could not get approved for a loan, even though I had 20% down. I had decent credit. I mean, let's be real. It wasn't like over the moon credit, but it was still pretty decent credit, and I was angry. I was mad. I was doing everything right. I was making decent money. I could easily pay the mortgage on a home because rents in LA were way more than a mortgage would be. And I got jaded, and I really wish that I had somebody in my corner fighting for me, knowing that there are different options than just a traditional mortgage, to be able to come up with a plan to get me into what I was just trying to buy a condo at that time, to be able to get me into home ownership, just my foot in the door of home ownership. So that's why I'm super passionate about this, is because I really relate to being in that time in my life. And I hope that I can be that person for a lot of you. If I sound like I'm out of breath, I really apologize. I am very, very pregnant. We're going to be having a baby in a few weeks, and this baby is sitting on my lungs, and it makes it hard to breathe. So I apologize if you're listening to this. You can't tell that I'm pregnant, but I promise I'm not this out of breath all the time. It's a little embarrassing, but here I am. I'm bearing my soul to you guys. There's nothing fancy in this podcast. It's literally just me being myself, sharing some information with you. I'm not trying to be something that I'm not, because I want to help you guys. So that's why I started this podcast. I have a super passion for that. And then when I did become a first-time home buyer, or home owner, I should say, there was a lot of things about owning a home that I didn't quite understand what I needed to do to keep it maintained, There were so many things that I didn't understand through the home buying process and the escrow process, the title process. There was just a lot that was very, very confusing, and I relied a lot on my real estate agent, which is great. You want to be able to do that, but knowledge is power, especially when you guys are feeling stuck. The more knowledge you have, the more you're able to work with your agents and work with your lenders and work with your escrow officers to create an experience that is just magnificent, because it is an American dream for a reason. And I want you guys to all have it. So, first-time home buyers, why are you listening to this podcast? So, as I said earlier, there's tons of content here, okay? We're going to talk about things from working on your credit. We're going to talk about saving and budgeting. We're going to talk about title and escrow. We're going to talk about mortgages, all kinds of different mortgages. We're going to talk about lease options. We're going to talk about roofing, landscaping, pest control, flooring, and even some design, because that is the fun part of being a homeowner, different kinds of design that you can do. I wanted you all to have resources that you could reach out to and learn from anytime within your home buying process, whether you're preparing to buy for the first time, or you're shopping for the first time, or you're in your home already and you need some advice. And so that's why it's kind of focused towards you all getting that advice that you might need, the education that you might need, and providing some resources for you as well. I have tons of service providers and access to some service providers all over the country. So even if you're not in the Phoenix area, which is where I live currently, I can get you access to a plumber in Maryland, for example, and make sure that you have a quality person that you're able to talk to and help you with your home inspection, which is something else we'll talk about, or even just fixing, some pipes that are messed up in your first home, because that will happen and you need some help. So that's why it's kind of geared towards you guys. Even if you're not a first-time homeowner, I think there'll be some resources here that I hope that you can learn from. Let me talk a little bit about lease options, since that is something that I specialize in as a real estate agent and investor. Again, building that bridge from renting to home ownership. It can be quite a leap for a lot of people, right? Like you're saving and you're saving and you're saving, feels like forever. And you finally go to try to get a mortgage and you need more money, or your credit's not quite high enough, so your payment's going to be too high, or for whatever reason, it just feels like you can't get there. It is a giant leap from one side of the valley to the other. And sometimes just making that leap isn't possible all in one bound, if we're going to use that analogy, metaphor. So building a bridge is one of my big things that I lean on. I want to help you build your bridge over that valley so that you don't have to try to make it in one big leap. Lease options is one of those tools that I use for you guys as first-time home owners or home buyers that can help you across in a different kind of, in a more creative way than most people try to get there. I'm able to help you when your credit score isn't as great as a mortgage or loan officer is going to want it to be. I'm able to help you if you don't have a lot of money to put down on a house. I'm going to be able to help you if you're self-employed, which if you are self-employed, it's really, really hard to get a loan for whatever reason. It's just kind of the rules that underwriters work with, and we'll talk about that a little bit in our mortgage episode. But I'm able to help you get into a house. And what we'll do is we'll actually get you into a home that you want to buy eventually. It would be within your parameters, 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, 5 bedrooms, depending on what your budget is and what your needs are. We'll get you into that home, and that's the home that you intend to buy within 1 to 5 years, if that makes sense, right? In the meantime, you're going to be leasing it from one of my investors, from either myself or an investor. You'll be leasing it from them while working on all these other tools that I'm going to be helping you with through How to Be a Homeowner, so that in the time frame, you're able to finally get that mortgage and buy that home for yourself. Okay. There are a lot of scams out there in lease options, so I want you to be wary of that. If you don't work with me personally on a lease option, that's okay. But I would love for you to reach out to me if you've heard of something or you're thinking about getting into it. Reach out to me and let me at least vet the program that you're thinking about getting into if you're not going to work directly with me, okay? I have your best interest at heart. I do not want you getting scammed. I want you to reach your goal. And so be wary out there. There are scammers. There are people that will take advantage of you. And so if you don't work with me personally, please reach out and I'll help vet that with you, okay? But lease options are great. I wish I'd had that 7 years ago when my mom passed. I wish I'd had that so much, because I would have been a homeowner probably 10 years earlier, and my net worth would be significantly higher, to where I'm not worrying about college for my oldest child, much less for this new incoming. I'm not worried about, being able to leave something for my children when I leave this world. There's so many things that go along with owning as soon as you can that I missed out on because I wasn't aware of these options. So I love lease options. I hope that I get to help you with one of those, even if you're not in Phoenix or Arizona, which is where I'm personally licensed. I have access, again, just like the service providers, to agents all over the country, not only this country, but internationally. And gosh, I would be so honored if this show is airing internationally. So if you are in a different country, I'd still love to hear what your needs are and what help you need, because I can still find somebody that I think can help you, especially me working alongside of them, even if they're not an expert in the help, I guess, for lack of a better word, that you need specifically. I could still work alongside of them, giving them advice, and them being able to help you legally in your area. So don't worry about where you are in this world. Reach out, go to sunshinehillproperties.com, fill out the little contact form, fill out what you need from me and my team, and we'll get back to you and we'll be able to help you. Investments. So that's another thing that because I am well-versed in investment properties, is kind of how I came along with lease options. It's kind of how I found it. I'm able to give you guys a lot of knowledge as far as using this home as an investment. A lot of first-time home buyers come in and you guys want that forever home, that dream home. You see it on HGTV, and I love HGTV, so I am not knocking it. But you see these gorgeous houses and you have this fantasy, which you should be able to achieve one day, of this forever home. In reality, your first home isn't necessarily your forever home. Okay, so there are lots of ways to look at your first home as an investment to be able to launch you into the next level of your home ownership, to be able to get you into that dream home. So my expertise and specialty in real estate is looking at these properties and looking at your opportunities to be able to get your foot in that door, right? Get your home, get your first one. Let's build some equity. Let's build some wealth for you. Just just through home ownership. That's not even talking about working with the financial planners that I have on this show, or the savings people that on the show. I'm talking about just getting that wealth that being a homeowner has, and then being able to use that to step up into the next level, and then into the next level where you are able to have that dream property that you've always, envisioned for yourself and for your family, and maybe for your future grandkids, or whatever your dreams are. I have a dream of owning properties to have scholarships for entertainers, for dancers, singers, actors, just because that's where I came from. And I know the struggle is real in that life. So I have a vision of being able to own properties in New York and LA, and have performing artists have scholarships to live there. So we all have different dreams, right? Most of us are for our family, but for whatever your dream is, like, I would love to work with you guys for a strategy to get to that point through home ownership. So that's one thing that I, want to make sure I talk about with you all, to be of service to you. That's what the show is about, right? This is why I want to do this show. It's because I want to help make y'all's dreams come true. I want to help answer questions. I want to give you the tools that you need. Again, just go to my website and fill out the form and tell me what your dreams are, what your goals are. And let's set up a time that I can chat with you and talk about how we can reach those dreams. Okay. Again, I think I've already mentioned Service Pros. So you're going to hear a lot from our sponsor. The next episode is going to be another big sponsor. It's called HOA.com. And HOA.com, I have a link in my show notes and stuff so that you guys can go directly through me on HOA.com, so that you make sure that you're connected with the right people. But it's going to be your link to all of your service providers in your area. So when I said that I had a plumber in Maryland for you, it's going to be through that link. Okay. HOA.com is an amazing program that can just hook you up with quality people at reasonable prices that come highly referred. Service background checks are done, all of that kind of stuff. You don't have to worry about who you're Googling. Sorry, Google. I hope I don't get flagged for using that, but hoping that the Yelp reviews are actually real reviews rather than bots or any of that kind of stuff. This is going to help you actually get direct into somebody that is trustworthy, somebody that is good at their craft and isn't going to take advantage of you. Okay. If you are a service provider as well, listening to this show, I'd love to get you on board with my team with HOA.com. So reach out to me as well and let me know, hey, I'm a plumber in Maryland. And I don't know why I'm stuck on that. I'm a plumber in Maryland and I'd love to be a part of your team. Great. Let me get you connected with the right people so that you can be that person that gets all that traffic from my listeners in Maryland. Hello, if you are there. It's beautiful in the autumn. This is September that I'm recording this right now, and being on the Northeast coast during this time of year is an actual dream. It's so beautiful. I lived in New York for about 4 years, and I would go up to Connecticut and all of those northeastern states with my mother on the train, and we would just so much enjoy the views of the changing colors. So if you live up there, send me some pictures of this time of year, because I would love that. And last but not least, my real estate team. So again, I am brokered by EXP, and I'm looking to grow my team anywhere, all the way from Maryland to California to Oregon or Florida, and anywhere in between. If you are interested in real estate, even if you don't have any experience, reach out. I'd love for you to have you on my team. If you are a real estate agent and you'd like to be a part of the Sunshine Hill Properties team and learn what I do, and learn how I help people that are otherwise overlooked, and to be part of the How to Be a Homeowner team, then then reach out, because I'd love to get to know you, see if we'd be a good fit, and be that partner that I work with in that state. We have a good time, right? We help a lot of people. In the last 12 months, it's been a whirlwind. I know it's been a crazy market, but I've been able to help a lot of people start their journey from renting to home ownership. And I want you to be one of those people that is on that journey. And I want to bring on other real estate agents that can help people in different areas as well. So, oh gosh, that's it. It feels weird to just be talking by myself, because the rest of the show I have guests. You're going to hear from HOA.com next episode. I can't wait for you guys to hear all of the information that's coming your way. Keep tuning in. I'd love for you to like. Is it like? I don't know. Subscribe. Subscribe to the show. It's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be anywhere you can listen to podcasts. Go ahead and subscribe to it, so that when you are going through your journey, maybe you need to look back on an episode and, check out the roofing episode, because the home that you're looking at has like a cracked tile on the roof or something, right? So use it as a reference. Use it as a little library for you as you go through this journey. Next season, I have some amazing ideas, but let's get through this first season and have this baby. And please leave your feedback, comment, like, subscribe. Go to my website, sunshinehillproperties.com. Fill out the little contact form and what you are looking for from me and my team, and we'll get back to you and help you make your dreams come true, no matter what those dreams are, and learn how to be a homeowner. I hope you enjoyed this first episode. I know it was kind of short, but I wanted to introduce myself, let you know who I am, what I do, why we're doing this, and I hope that you enjoy the show, and I'll see you next week. Bye, everyone.